Hello and welcome back to some Conan Exiles. This is Ipzyphos and I'm going to show you how I just killed that boss elephant. There's been a few queries on how to set up this Yog Pit for the bosses to walk through and instantly die. Okay, first of all, we are going to start with a section of 3x3 foundations. So you can see we have those on the floor. Next, we're just going to raise it up one foundation. We're going to try with ceiling tiles. Place the Yog Pit. It can be a little temperamental just to get it exactly right. Okay, usually that is fine. Make this part a bit bigger. One thing is that you have a central line which goes with the fire part. We've lined that up. Excellent. Now, how this works is that this section inside instantly kills anything that it touches. And we're going to create the section underneath for the bosses to go to. Cut out this part. Cut that out. Cut that part out. So we have exposed a central line under the Yog Pit. You can trim the edges if you want to, but as long as you keep the main foundations and the main ceiling tiles around that flame part, you should be okay. So now we're going to invite a boss. I'm just using the single player admin ability here just to show you how to do it. And there we go, instant kill boss. Now, as I have the settings on lose items on death, everything that I had prepared has gone. So I'm just going to get some items back. And just to show you another way to set the Yog Pit up if the terrain isn't exactly flat. The boss needs to be high enough to touch that fire part. So what we're going to do is put some foundations in place like we did before, but something you may or may not know about is holding shift and using the mouse scroll wheel, you can raise and lower the level of foundations. So let's say we need a little bit higher than normal. Build as many as you need. As we saw before, you can just cut the section out. So whatever terrain it is, you can flatten it out by just building higher. And when you've got that done, we put the Yog Pit and we're going to use stairs. Again, make sure that the fire section, you can actually kill yourself while placing it as well. It is that powerful. Certainly never done that before, but it just shows you how deadly this Yog Pit is. And let's try again with the Yog Pit. So that fire section I showed you, how deadly it is. That's the part that we need lined up. So this time, you might need to wiggle yourself around to place it. It can be a bit temperamental. There we go, we can place it sideways. So try that. Okay, so this flame is here, so we're going to cut this top part out. So we keep this bottom section and we're going to use this. So that could be your uneven terrain. Then you place your Yog Pit on a flat part, which would be your foundations. Cut a path through, making sure that you don't accidentally dismantle the Yog Pit. So there we go. Now what do we do? Well, that's where stairs come in. Up we go. You can place them both sides. Let's try the elephant boss again. I do have admin controls, but I don't have God mode activated, so there we go. One elephant, down and out. So that's how you build the Yog Pit. Alright guys, for the bosses that don't quite die with the Yog Pit, maybe they're not tall enough, there's another method out there I just want to bring to your attention. I think it's been out there a while. This is the first time I've tried to replicate it in some way, so I'm sure you can get creative and come up with your own. But basically what you need to do is build something that goes very high and drops the boss, and the boss dies from falling damage. So we're going to give this a go. You could use pillars as well, I guess, but sometimes I find that they stop the bosses going up the stairs. So the idea is that the boss comes all the way up, you bring it up here, and then I'm going to get the boss around in this circle, and because this block here is the stability holding the rest of these parts, as long as I can get the boss anywhere in this other section, I can destroy this, and the boss should fall to its doom. So that's following up the stairs quite nicely. Be careful if you try and use the dodge roll, because yeah, you will also fall to your doom as well. Quickly run around and drop it. Excellent. So that worked. And we can grab hold, fall down, and get our loot. Here we are again. I've made a few tweaks. We've also in the middle of a sandstorm. But let's see if this works. So we're walking the crocodile up the stairs again. See, but some bosses are a bit more tricky than others. The boss is coming. And there we go. And one dead crocodile. There we go. And there you go. We have the Yog Pit, which is far easier. Quick, simple. If the bosses are tall enough, you just walk them into the Yog Pit and it's instant death. Another method, which, as I say, this is the first time I've tried to replicate it, but the idea is you take the boss to a great height, and then you break the platform it's under, and the boss falls to its doom. Get creative. You can use pillars, although, as I say, sometimes it can block the bosses going up there. I find this method a bit tiresome, to be honest, having tried to demonstrate it for you guys. What I'm actually going to do in the next video is try and fight and show you fighting a boss normally, and to do their attack patterns. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know in the comments. Alright, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and see you in the next video.